Hey everybody, welcome back. Today is January 4th, and as promised, here is a full review of the Givenchy Shark Lock Stiletto boots. And as you guys know, I still can't say the name. Okay, so before we get started, I've already taken it out of the packaging, and let me show you what the packaging looks like. I didn't know where to put it, so I put it down here, but it came in this bag. It came in this bubble wrap here, and as you can see, I had to cut this open. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and start with, you guys know I tell you guys my shoe size, stuff like that. Okay, so I wear a 9.5 in women's for US size. That's if I'm wearing sandals, but if I'm wearing boots or tennis shoes, then I wear a size 10. Okay, so it's US women's 10, which as you know is a men's US 8, which is a European 40. And then sometimes I go for a European 41, depending on if there's a pointy toe or if I think the boot or shoe is going to be slender. Now also, I don't know if you guys know this, but shoes also come in narrow. They're marked with an N. And I would have to say if there, I don't know if there is a 10.5, usually that's hard to find in any shoe really. But I would say I'm probably about a 10.5. If there's a 10.5 wide, I don't think so because that'd be awkward for a narrow shoe, right? But I would probably have to say I'm no bigger than an 11 in a size narrow. Okay, that's just to give you guys an idea. All right, so as you guys know, my toe next to my big toe is longer. And so from that toe, from the tip of that to my heel, I measure 26.5 centimeters, which is, I have this written down, 10.43 inches. Okay, and then where the boot opens up at, my leg measures 13 3/4 of an inch, and then my calf measures 13 at the biggest part of my calf. Okay, so that's just give you an idea of the sizes that I wear, and all of that will be in the description box below. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. I don't know if you guys can still see that. You might be able to. I'm gonna keep the scissors here just in case I need it. Now, here's the question. Are these a dupe or are these a replica of the brand name boots? Okay, so I got them on AliExpress and the price of them was $56 and some change, and I'll put the link of the boots and also the name of them in the description box. Okay, so everything will be in the description box by the time this video uploads. All right, so as we can see, it comes in this dust bag here. Okay, remember that packaging I showed you, that was all that there was. Okay, there was nothing else. The locks are supposed to be all gold, and the locks are supposed to be the short and the long one. So let's see, like I said, how close did they get to the real thing? Okay, you guys, because I've been looking at these boots. I do have a replica of the wedge version of the Shark Lock boots, and so I'm curious. Okay, because I've noticed a few things about the real ones. I've seen them on videos, and I've never seen them in person. So it's been a while since I've had any boots that were above the knee. Okay, so quality seems to be okay. And unlike the wedge version of this boot, I don't think that you'll have to worry about the opening. Let's see if I can show you guys that. And if my camera's doing like some weird stuff today, it's cloudy and there is a skylight in my kitchen, so the lighting tends to kind of go in and out from that. It gets a little darker on my videos. And so sorry about that because that's kind of something I can't control, but I do have like every light in my kitchen on to help. Okay, so let's look. I don't know if you guys can tell about how big that is. Usually I measure, but since these don't stand up on their own, that'd be kind of hard to do. So let's take off the paper. Oh, that slid right off. Okay, so I'm not gonna take off the plastic. There's also a little piece of, well, before I say that, let me see if I can get this off. Because if I leave it on, it's going to be a little blurry. And then we'll also see if the lock is able to open. These took about 2 weeks longer for me to receive them than it stated. And on AliExpress, I don't know if you guys know, but they say, oh, if it doesn't ship in time, you'll get a refund. But nothing really happens if they don't come when it's stated. It just says, sorry, there's been a problem with logistics and we'll get you your order as soon as we can. Okay, so nothing really came out of it. Let's see, the lock should be able to, if it's like the real ones, the lock should be able to come off. Okay, I'm pulling pretty good here. I'm going to leave that alone. It looks like the lock cannot come off from what I can tell. Let's take a closer look at the engraving. Okay, so you guys know I always do a camera check to make sure the focus is good, and it just started raining, you guys, so we might actually hear some thunder in this video. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get through this as quick as I can. The toe is pretty pointed. I think that's kind of cute. I like that because I'm not really a fan of the almond toe. I don't know about you guys, but I'm not. The bottom, I don't know if this is paper on here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it has little bubbles. So I'm really hoping that these are not used. And they just say 41. Okay, so they don't say anything on them. They don't say the name of the brand. I know they're not the real thing, but let me just see if this is this paper. I don't know, you guys. Oh, and then I also want to tell you, there was an awful fish smell. Yeah, something in that area when I cut this open. Okay, so I was like, oh my gosh. So this is the, let's see. This is the right foot. So let's take a look at the left foot. And I'm going to start just moving stuff out of the way. Okay, so let's put that over here. Oh, there's the little paper that came off the lock. Quality, I think, like I said, it's okay. I'm not super impressed, but I mean, the real price. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys. So for the brand name of these boots, the real price is $2,895. So to get anything that looks close to them for $56, I mean, I kind of can't complain, right? But I was expecting a little bit more quality out of them. I know that sounds like I had some kind of high expectations kind of, but I mean, it's not like you know, pay a low price for something and think, oh, well, that's okay if it's not good quality. You at least want the quality, right? Even if it's not of the real one. What I'm trying to do right now is to pull the little paper off. Okay, so let me show you this other lock. It is not branded on either side. There's actually a screw in the back. And I don't think this lock, no, this lock cannot come off. Okay, so these are definitely a dupe. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Okay, so, yeah, this is fake leather. I think they come in a cowhide leather. I don't think it's really cowhide because it was like $60 something before taxes. The bottom of these, I'm really starting to think that that's paper, but maybe not. I don't know. Let me show you guys the bottom of that one. Okay, so, like I said, I really hope that these are not worn and used boots because I've never returned anything to AliExpress. The material seems to be okay. Let me see if does this peel? No. Okay, so on the inside, I know no one's going to see this, but you guys know I examine almost everything, right? Okay, so I don't know what that is. And then the inside is the same color on certain parts. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put these on. Like I said, I don't know why I would do this to myself. It's been a long time since I've walked in stilettos. I only have a couple of stiletto boots. Here's the other side. This is, remember, the left boot. Okay, and then I feel like I kind of rushed you guys through the other one here, the right shoe. So let's take a little quick spin of the whole boot here, a little slower than what I did. Okay, so now I'm going to take my phone off my tripod. I'm going to put it over here and walk by. And so I can tell you guys about like the cushioning inside. You know, is there any type of memory foam or anything like that? And then we will go from there. Okay, we'll talk about my little walk in them afterwards. All right, you guys, so I'll see you in a couple of seconds. Okay, so I set my phone back a little further than what I usually do since these are over the knee boots. Can't talk today. There are a pull-on. There's no zippers or anything like that. And my guess is if you guys can see the top of my countertop, you should be able to see the boot itself. Okay, so let's get these on. I need to pop my ankle. There we go. All right, right boot first. Oh, you guys, there is some stuffing in here. And I gotta be careful because, oh, I broke a part of the foam. Okay, let me see if there's anything else in here. I totally forgot about that, you guys. All right, so give me a second because obviously if there's some in the one boot, there's gonna be a piece in the other side. All right, let's try that again. Now we'll just go ahead and start with the left one. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna stand back as far as I can and hope that you guys can see how much over my knee they go. Oh, it's a little folded. Let me fix that. Excuse me, you guys, I'm losing my voice today. All right, so I'll let you guys know how tall I think the heel is. I don't feel like I'm necessarily like on my tippy toes, but there is a definite arch. These have to be at least 3 inches, you guys, at least. Okay, oops. In an attempt to get my phone back onto my ring light, I accidentally hit the power button and it stopped the video. Okay, so of course I'm just gonna merge them together. All right, now let's talk about these boots. Number one, I do not see myself being able to walk in them for a long period of time. I would have to say, you guys know I tell you guys about the socks and I'm thinking I probably should have got them. I always show you guys these socks just to give you guys a little tip on something you can try if you need more cushion. Okay, so you know what? I'm a creature of habit. Let me go run and get them. Okay, so I had to move the boots out of the way. These are called Hanes all-foot cushion socks. They come in a pack of 6. This is the crew size. They come in the ankle sock as well. The cool thing about them is they're exactly what they sound like. They're cushions all on the foot part. Okay, and they might be called something else different, but you can get them from Walmart back in the men's section. Okay, and these are my go-to socks for even if I'm wearing Skechers or even Avia, the tennis shoes from Walmart. I know I tell you guys this like I said in every shoe video, but even though they have a considerable amount of cushion, I still like to wear these socks. Okay, so it's not very often that I wear a regular pair of socks where there isn't some type of cushioning in them. Okay, but that's what I have on right now, and that will not cut it in these shoes. Now, I am happy that I went a size up. Like I said, I wear European 40. Like I said, these are European 41. So I think I have a little bit of room for the side of my foot, especially I would have to say in the toe area, for me to go ahead and to put on these socks. Okay, so these are Dickies wool socks, and they're cushions all in the foot and pretty much the whole sock, all the way up till about here, is really well cushioned, and they're not super bulky. I know they look like it, but they're not. And this is a solution that I have for just having a little bit more cushion instead of trying to buy, what are those called, the insoles, to try and make boots or shoes like this to where there's some type of padding. Because let me tell you guys, it literally felt like I was just walking on the floor. There's no cushion at all on this part here. Okay, none. I would say, well, we'll say little to none. Okay, so I think that my foot can fit in them with these. And these will probably be my go-to socks for them anyway. And then I also plan on buying something to put at the bottom. Remember the little slip things that go on the bottom to keep your boots or your shoes from sliding when you're walking? I'm thinking about purchasing some of those for the wedge, so I might as well purchase that for the stiletto version of the boots as well. Okay, so like I said, I bought them from AliExpress. My overall thought on them, I would have to say, you know, they say you get what you pay for. The quality is not terrible. I mean, what did I expect for $50-something, right? But I don't know. I guess I can say because the lock, well, the locks are gold, because there is at least engraving on the longer lock. And for the little part, I'm looking at the little part of the lock that has the part where it open has like the little grooves and stuff on it. I would have to say at least they're the right locks so far as what they're supposed to look like. I would have liked for them to have the brand name on them so that I could say that they're a replica and not a dupe, but I mean, that's okay. Okay, so if you guys like them, like I said, the link to them will be in my description box. And for the wedge ones, last time I checked, they were out. Okay, and they were a little bit more pricier than these. Okay, so if you want to see what the wedge replicas look like, I do have that video, and just go to it and check it out and everything like that. Like I said, my measurements, all that stuff is in that description box as well. The link, I did send back the ones from Amazon. They were dupe, and they zipped up. They were cute, but I was like on my tippy toes walking in them. And so I said, no, I'm not going to keep them. And I sent them back. Okay. But you will see those. I do have a video of those as well. The dupes from Amazon. If you want something that zips up, and the wedge version, if you're like, no, I'm not even going to try to go there with stilettos anymore, then check out both of those videos. But you guys, it was great having you guys with me. I am happy to say that we made it all the way through the video. Like I said, a little minor mishap, but that's okay. And you guys stay safe. As always, thank you for watching. And let me know in the comments box below, what did you guys think of these? Okay. Hopefully you got to see them enough. Hopefully you got to see all of them when I was standing there. Like I said, hopefully I had my phone back far enough on the floor so you guys could see the whole thing. And I will say this, when I was taking them off, I did have to fold down the part that went over the knee. Okay, so all those videos and shorts that you see of getting these things off, yeah, it's going to be difficult. I can't even explain, besides roll down the top that's over the knee first, just so you can get a good grip to get them off. Other than that, you guys just get them off how you can. even when they're folded down, they're pretty tall. And I think they'll look cute if I cuff them down, but then it'll be covering the locks. So we'll see. We'll see if I put together an outfit and what it looks like with the knee, over the knee, and then fold it down if I decide to make a video of that. But other than that, you guys, thank you for watching again, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye. See you guys later in my next video.